Hello, fellow programmers. Today we're going to create a counter app using Svelte. For that, we will need Node.js installed in our machines, okay, in order to use the npm command. And also we will need a code editor. In my case, I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. Perfect. Then we're going to type npm init vite in our terminal in order to create our starter project. We're going to call it counter app. We're going to select the Svelte framework and Svelte. And let's open our application using our code editor. Perfect. First of all, we will need to install the dependencies. And as you can see here, node modules and package log.json got added in our project. Secondly, we're going to clean up our project a bit. We're going to remove here, we're going to type hello world, for example, and we're going to remove some styles that we won't need. That's cool. Our app is ready to be started. Type npm run dev in our command line in order to start our application. And our app will be up and running in localhost 3000. As you can see, hello world is shown in our browser. Nice. In our app.svelte file, we have three major sections. We have the scripts. So here we're going to put all our logic in JavaScript. So it could be imports, it could be variable declaration, and also functions. And this is our template. So here we're going to put our HTML. And here it's our styles. So this is where we're going to put our CSS in order to style the different HTML tags. Nice. So let's get started by creating our counter app. First of all, we will need a count variable. That's why we're going to create it and initialize it with 1, for example. And if I want to show this variable, I will need to use curly braces and put the name of my variable. As you can see, it's visible in my app. Now I will need some buttons in order to increment this count. And also we need another button to decrement, for example. So here I have my buttons, but unfortunately they don't do anything. Luckily, with Svelte we have events, click event, and we could add a click handler for that. So in order to do that, we will listen to the click event using this type of syntax. So on, 2 points, click, and here we're gonna put our anonymous function that will handle the click events. In our case, what we want to do, we want to increment our count. So this is an inline function. We could also add the decrement function. And now it should work. Amazing. We could clean up a bit our code and put these functions outside. Here, for example, const increment, and put an increment here our count. It also creates a decrement function where we decrement the count value, count minus minus, and use them there. It's more cleaner and easier to read it this way. Whoops, I made a typo. And here we're going to use our increment function, and here our decrement function. And it should work without any problem. But imagine if we want to use the counter multiple times. This way, it's a bit tricky. We could, for example, copy this and paste it here, and we will have multiple counters, but we have a lot of duplicate code. And the state is shared, and that's not what I want. In order to solve this problem, we could create a new file to put our component, counter.svelte. So, as you can remember, we will have three sections. The script, here we're going to put our template, and we have our style. The template we're going to use is the same here. We're going to copy this, we're going to paste it here. But before, I'm going to put a container for our counter like that. It doesn't know what is count and increment. That's why we'll need to copy this and put it here. Now he is happy, happy, happy. Okay, nice. Last thing to do is to import the counter and use it in our app.svelte file. And here we're gonna call our counter. So we could use it here like an HTML tag, but to differentiate it between a normal HTML tag and a component that we created. So it's by the uppercase here. And now I could add it, increment it and decrement it without any problem. But the best thing is that we could also reuse it. Nice. And the states, and every counter component has its own state. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.